So today I'm hanging with comedian Jen Fulwiler, who makes her return to the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall next week with her show Maternal Instincts. So thanks for hanging out with us today.
I am so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're excited to have you because we know what the show was like last time. And so for those that don't know, tell us what they can expect when you come in and rock the mic.
It's so much fun. So it's stand-up comedy, just classic stand-up comedy. And it's from my perspective as a mom. I have 6 kids. And but I also try to make it relatable to everyone. In every story I tell and everything I talk about, I've got some material for the guys and for people who are single. So it's not only for the moms, even though there are going to be a lot of moms in the audience. And I keep my comedy clean, so you can invite anyone. You can invite your grandma or your aunt if they want to come with you. I try to make it kind of a general audience show so that you can bring the whole squad out. And I will say, the last time I performed in Ponte Vedra Beach, I always tell people that was one of the most fun crowds I have ever been in front of in my life. So truly, I can't wait to come back.
They will turn up in the PV. That is very true, very true. So let's put in perspective, people that don't know your background, you were like, you know what? I don't need a job. I'm gonna just take off and embrace my passion. Was that scary for you?
Oh, it was terrifying. It was terrifying. I mean, because I had a good job and I've got 6 kids. We've got bills to pay. It was absolutely terrifying to take that leap. But luckily, and this is actually something I even talk about in my comedy, that it was a family decision. We made the decision together. And what's funny is I was able to bring my kids into it because suddenly I was doing all this comedy touring and I needed staff that I couldn't afford. So I would just bring my kids along with me and they'd be like talking to the lighting guy and showing him the router, the rider and all that. And it was just a lot of fun.
I remember when I first started driving and I was like my mom's chauffeur or grocery pickup, you putting your kids on like real jobs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're like, I brought you into this world. I fed you, kept you alive. You're going to help mom out.
Yep, you're my free staff now. Absolutely.
So what do you hope people take away from the experience of coming to see you perform?
I always, first of all, I just hope they laugh and forget about their problems for a while. That's one of my real passions behind this line of work. I love just giving people a chance to forget about their problems for a little while and just laugh and have a good time. So, of course, that is always my main thing. I want everyone to walk away feeling inspired and, like they had a really good time. But then I also, the reason I called the tour Maternal Instincts is because I joke that I do not have any natural maternal instincts. I'm not naturally good with kids, and yet I find myself with this big family. And so I hope, people who attend the show, whether they have children or they're an aunt or an uncle or work with kids in any capacity, teachers, I hope they feel inspired to connect with kids in their own authentic way and not feel like they have to be a traditional mom or aunt or uncle or whatever. And I hope I kind of give people permission to just authentically connect with the children in their lives.
Now, I know you're coming here for the comedy show. You quit your radio show on Sirius, but then I see in the background the Jen Fulwiler show. So please explain.
That is my podcast. Yes, I just got this logo up. Again, always a one-woman show around here. I put it up myself with just me and my producer making it work. And so, yes, that's my podcast. My podcast is very similar to what I talk about in my comedy. I talk about my trials and tribulations and disasters in my life and what I learned from it, and I try to make it funny.
So there it is. Check out the podcast. You can get a little warm-up and preview to what you can expect when you see her live. So the tickets are still available. The show is going to be, I've got it right here, November 1st. Jen Fulwiler will be bringing the funny to Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. So tickets are available at jenniferfulwiler.com, correct?
Yes, and you know what? I got an easier one, too. It's jfcomedytour.com. That's a little easier to remember, jfcomedytour.com.
You got options, people. It's going to sell out fast. Make sure you get your tickets. So thanks for hanging out with us today. I look forward to seeing your performance. And hey, when you get to town, if you want to know where to eat, holler at your man. I got you.
I absolutely will. Thank you so much.
You take it easy.